Hi Retro Gamers! In this video I'm going to tell you guys my favorite Game Boy games. The original Game Boy was my first gaming console and I still play and love many of these games today. But before you start, if you like my channel and my videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. The Amazing Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man since I was a kid. It is by far my favorite superhero. This game was my first Game Boy game, and I play it every day until I finish. The story is very simple. Bowser kidnaps the princess, and Mario must rescue her. Venom kidnaps Mary Jane, and Spider-Man must rescue her. The game is a side-scrolling game with action and platforms, with a boss fight in the end of each level. The game has two sequels, but in my opinion, this is the best of the three. Castlevania 2 Belmont Revenge. I love Castlevania, and my passion for this franchise comes from the Castlevania in the Game Boy Advance, and I love it so much that I start to play old Castlevanias. Castlevania 2 Belmont Revenge is a sequel of Castlevania The Adventure. Unlike the previous games, some weapons in the form of water and axes are available. There are 4 initial levels, each taking place in a separate castle, with unique themes such as hair, plant, heart and crystal. And we can complete in any order, similar to Mega Man. Many people criticize the game for being too short, but in my opinion the game has a lot of replay value. And that is very important to me. I play and finish short games in my beloved Spectrum and even in my Game Boy dozens and dozens of times. Final Fantasy Adventure. Many people don't know, but this Final Fantasy Adventures is the first game in the Mana series. The only thing that is Final Fantasy in this game is the title, because the gameplay is similar to the original Legend of Zelda for the NES, with the world viewed from a top-down camera angle. The sequel of this game completely dropped the name of Final Fantasy from the title and is called Secret of Mana for the SNES. This was the start of one of the best franchises ever made, and I strongly recommend it to any gamer. Mega Man 5. The gameplay in Mega Man 5 is similar to the other games in the Mega Man series. I love all Mega Mans from 1 to 11. The gameplay is similar to the original. In the end of each stage, we fight a boss. Destroying the boss, we gain a special weapon to the Mega Man arsenal, and each boss is weak to one of these weapons. Just like in every Mega Man game. I know that Mega Man 2 is considered by many one of the best 8-bit games ever made, but I prefer the gameplay since Mega Man 3 because of the slide. Besides the limitations of the Game Boy hardware, Capcom made a miracle with this game. Almost everything from the original is here. Double Dragon 2. This is my second favorite Double Dragon, after the remake of Double Dragon 1 for the Game Boy Advance. Although it's the second Double Dragon game released for the Game Boy, it is unrelated to the arcade and the NES game, Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. No girl is killed in this game. In this game we control Billy Lee, who is being hunted down by an organization called the Scorpions for murdering one of these members. The objective of this game is to reach the building to prove our innocence. The game has 5 bosses: a boxer, a ninja with a claw, similar to Vega in Street Fighter series, an enemy with a chainsaw, and a fat policeman. And finally Ederson, who is a very skilled fighter. Ederson has a Tatsu kick similar to Ryu and Ken. Speaking about Ryu and Ken, our character Billy have an aerial uppercut, very similar to Ryu and Ken Shoryuken. And if this is not a reason to buy this game, I don't know what will be. Bubble Bubble. I love Bubble Bubble. In my opinion, it's one of the best arcade games ever made. And what I love in the Game Boy version is that it's very different from the arcade version. As the screen is smaller, we don't see the whole level, which makes the game a little bit harder. We have the number of the enemies alive in the bottom right of the screen. What I most love in this version is that we have 4 bosses instead of 1. The additional bosses are Cream, Jam and Choke. This one was one of the hardest games that I finished in the original game. Metroid 2. I love the Metroid series. The first one that I played and finished was Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance, and the second was Zero, also for the Game Boy Advance. Unlike Castlevania, I loved it so much the franchise that I started playing them all. This was the first Metroid for a portable console. The story is the same as almost every 2D Metroid game. We play with the bounty hunter, Samus Aran, exploring the planets and destroying monsters. The game has 2 new weapons to the Metroid series, the laser beam and the plasma beam. And we also have the morph ball to travel to small tunnels. Contrary to most, in my opinion, this game is much better from the first one. It has better boss battles, bigger characters and new weapons. In 2017, a remake of this game was released for the Nintendo 3DS. Super Mario Land 6 Golden Coins. Super Mario Land 6 Gold Coins is probably the Mario game that I play and finish more times. This game surpassed its processor in all aspects. Mario Land 2 have an overworld map, just like Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World, but in this game the 6 worlds can be played in any order. We must collect all 6 golden coins to unlock the castle door, where we must fight Wario. As usual, in almost every Super Mario game, Super Mario Land 2 received critical acclaim and sold very well. Ninja Gaiden Shadow. Ninja Gaiden is a side-scrolling action game released for the Game Boy in 1991. It is a prequel to the original Ninja Gaiden trilogy, set 3 years before the events of the first Ninja Gaiden. The player takes controls of Ryu Yabusa, who must save New York City from the forces of the Emperor Garuda. Ryu only have a basic sword attack and a fire attack that we can use 5 times. While Ryu cannot stick or climbing walls like in the NES version, in this game Ryu is equipped with a grappling hook to reach the platforms. Personally, I love this game because of the level design and the music. The boss battles are also very well done. Although the game is difficult, it's not as difficult as the ones in the original trilogy. Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening is the 4th installment in the Legend of Zelda series, and the first for a portable console. It is one of the few Zelda games not to take place in the land of Hyrule, and does not have the Princess Zelda or the Triforce. The story, the music, gameplay, the new items, everything is gold in this game. In my opinion, this was the best Zelda game for a portable console, until Link Between Two Worlds was released in 2013. A Link Awakening was critical and commercial success. The game was released for the original Game Boy in 1993, for the Game Boy Color in 1998, and a remake for the Nintendo Switch in 2019. And how about you gamers, which one is your favorite game for the original Game Boy? Thanks for watching the video.